Well, President Trump getting a real good feel of what the swamp really is, and the health care bill stalls before a vote.
That's right. Here to weigh in, Fox News contributor and the host of a new show coming soon, The Next Revolution with Steve Hilton. Steve, you're also the CEO of CrowdPack and the former director for strategy of British Prime Minister David Cameron. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. You know a lot about unlikely outcomes. The key, though, of the next revolution is what happens next. So you get elected or you have Brexit. Yeah. What can you actually get done? What lessons have you learned that can apply for President Trump at this moment?
Well, I think that he's got to really put all his energy into fulfilling that promise, because when you think about that argument, drain the swamp, that's such a powerful part of his campaign. There are many different aspects to it, actually. Look, he said in the campaign that Washington was completely broken and corrupt and useless, and he's gone there and basically proved it. So now he's got the chance to really use that, actually, use this setback to really give power to that message. Now, the swamp is many things. In a way, we need a map of the swamp, because one part of it is the lobbyists and all the lobbying that goes on, and he's already acted on that by putting in a ban on people in the federal government going to lobby. But there's other parts of it too. There's the federal bureaucracy, all those bureaucrats who are there year after year, regardless of who's in government. They've got their own agenda. I saw that when I was working in the government in the UK. In the end, there's only one way to deal with that. You've actually got to get in there and fire them. That is a really tough job, because you've got lots of rules and that stop you from doing that. So he's got to get on with that. You've also got Congress itself, as we saw this week. The money that goes into politics, the donations, all the behind-the-scenes wheeler dealing, that means that the people who actually we elect don't necessarily represent us. Now, I think that's the second thing, is that he's got to get in there and say to Congress, look, I was elected as a populist to get things done for the American people, just like your earlier discussion was focusing on, and basically say to them, I don't care what you think or what your donors think, this is what we're going to do.
Sure.
All right, Steve, real quickly, I want to get your thoughts on Al Gore is making some interesting comments lately. He's saying that climate change is the reason behind Brexit and the recent Trump victory. Really curious to your thoughts on that.
It's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I can't help but laugh every time you say Al Gore said something. You know it's going to end in a bit of a joke. Now, look, the reason Brexit passed was because the British people wanted to take back control over their country, their laws and their borders. It had nothing to do with climate change, and it's the same reason that people here voted for Trump. They want big change, and climate change has got nothing to do with it.
But doesn't that just show you how it's sort of like Democrats are from Mars and Republicans are from Venus? I mean, if they're pointing to climate change for ISIS and Brexit, where does that conversation converge?
I know, and it just shows that actually, funnily enough, it comes back to our earlier discussion. There's a lot of big donors that shovel money to Democrats who are obsessed with climate change. Yeah. And in order to please those donors, they keep saying this stuff, even though everyone can see it's completely ridiculous.
So if we tackle climate change, then ISIS goes away?
There you go.
Okay.
You nailed it.
Solving all the world's problems this morning. Stephen Hilton, good to have you here.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.